thought. Just say it. Internet, good morning. My name is PkmnTrainerSteve, aka Magnitude, and welcome to this video where I'm going to be talking to you guys a little bit about the Pokemon Silvally. We saw it in a release trailer. We know a little bit of information about it and what it comes from, but we don't know a lot. So let's use this video to explore a little bit about that Pokemon like we did with the Kamala video, which got a lot of good feedback. So here we are again, round 2. So what do we know about Silvally? Well, only really a handful of things. First of all, it evolved from a Pokemon called Type Null, which is not a type, it's just called Type Null. You see, Sun and Moon is doing this thing where they're breaking out of the generic Pokemon mold that we've had before, and they're turning it into more of like a JRPG, it seems like. There's just Pokemon, and then there's like other mythical beings, there's the Ultra Beasts. We got a lot of stuff that aren't Pokemon being thrown into the Pokemon world, and I, for one, am a big fan of that. But it evolves from Type Null. When Type Null's mask, it takes it off when it has a certain connection to the trainer that it's with. So yeah, I assume it's a happiness-based evolution, and then once it gets super happy, it evolves. Now, it doesn't look like it really changes all that much, and it seems that's the case because it seems to be a Chimera type Pokemon where it's different body parts from different other creatures, and they're all formed into one. Now in mythology, the Chimera is depicted as being a lion with the head of a goat on its back and the tail of a snake. And this has been morphed throughout history and morphed throughout fiction to meaning other kinds of beings, and eventually the term Chimera has come to mean any creature or any fictional animal with different parts of animals that make up that creature. Gonna be using my notes for this next one. In Greek mythology, the Chimera is a, quote, monstrous fire-breathing hybrid creature of Lycia in Asia Minor. One of the children of Typhus and Echidna, siblings with the Hydra and the Cerberus. That is where the Chimera gets its beginnings. And now it is kind of molded down here. We've got Chimeramon from Digimon. People equate the Nido family, Nido King and Nido Queen, to being chimeras as they're made up of certain types of parts of other creatures. But let's talk about its ability. RKS system, where depending on the hold item, it gets a different type. Now, we've seen this before with Arceus. You attach different plates to Arceus, and it not only gets a different type based on that plate, but the move Judgment becomes that type as well. So it's just free stab, and it's wonderful. We also have no idea what these items are going to be and if they're going to do anything else. You see, the plates in the older generation games, they affect certain types of moves. Pixie Plate, while making Arceus a fairy type, will boost fairy type moves of other Pokemon if that's their hold item. Now, we also know that its speed increases when it evolves because that's the information we were given in the little bio from Silvally from the trailer, but we don't know how much or what capacity. But due to the fact that Type Null unrestricts itself by taking off its helmet when it evolves, it leads me to believe that it's, you know, like weighted training clothes. So when those bad boys come off, the strength's coming out, you know what I'm saying? You know, the strength's coming out. It's a very thinly veiled dick joke. Now, what makes up Silvally? What are the parts? I was looking through and I could not find any regional Pokemon or any existing Pokemon that share these parts. It has the tail of a fish. I was hoping it'd be wishy-washy, but that's not the case at all. It's got bird talons for its front feet, looks like wolf paws for its rear feet, and the head of like a cheetah or a jaguar, or perhaps even a lion, as in paying homage to what a Chimera is based off of. So while we don't know a lot about Silvally, it opens up a lot of questions. So I give you this. I have a theory that the different parts of Silvally are Pokemon that we have not yet seen, and they're going to play an integral part in unlocking what Type Null is in the first place. I do believe that Type Null and Silvally and the Pokemon that make them up, as in the parts of them actually physically put together to make up that Pokemon, are going to play an important role towards getting Type Null and Silvally in the game. I have this theory that it's going to be a story type deal where you have to collect certain items from certain Pokemon. You have to bring them to a lab, kind of like you brought the fossils to the Cinnabar Islands or the Aerodactyl fossil of Pewter City in the older games, and they will combine to form this Pokemon for you. I think Type Null will not appear at all as a wild Pokemon or anything like that. I don't think it'll appear at all outside. I think you're going to have to synthetically make a Type Null in the Sun and Moon games. I see 4 types of Pokemon. The head, the front legs, the back legs, and the tail. And there's 4 Alolan Islands. So I think there's going to be 1 Pokemon on each island that you're going to have to get an item from. From there, you're going to have to bring all those parts to some place on the map, and they will synthetically make Type Null, which will then evolve into Silvally. So that's it, guys. That is my thoughts on Silvally, my theory on Silvally. I guess we'll find out in about a month when the game comes out. But I want to thank you all for watching this. Rate, comment, subscribe, and I'll be seeing you guys. Yeah, even you. Yeah. Next time. Peace.
Sorry guys, I didn't think anyone watched to the end of this video.
But I'm glad you did. Boy, do I have some treats for you. 3 videos, all from me. On the left is a video from my wrestling channel. We're fucking entertaining. Go find out. In the middle is my non-Pokemon channel called Bag Studios. In there you'll find videos that are, well, non-Pokemon. I don't tell a lie. I'm like Abe Lincoln if he was handsome and he had pink shoelaces. And on the right, well, that's the most previous video that I have on this channel, and I know you don't want to fall behind. And a big thank you to all of my patrons who have been gracing the screen the entire time. You see, following me on Patreon and becoming a patron of mine has a lot of cool perks. 1, you get your name at the end of these videos while people are already shuffling out and clicked off. You're still here. 2, you get access to exclusive content like blooper reels, early access videos, certain playthroughs, and giveaways, along with stream perks and other perks, such as being on my podcast, being a mod on my stream, and being in the first choice in some of my series. Now click on one of those, get the fuck out of here.